Hello, I'm Bodo. I am an overtone singer, overtone singing teacher, and also energy healer. And throughout the years, I've collected quite some experience in the field of energy healing and as well as singing. And today I want to bring these two topics together, asking, why do we actually experience blocks around our voice, especially around singing? I often meet people who say, they don't dare to sing, they feel blocked in their voice, they don't even dare to sing at home because they are afraid what their neighbors might think about that. So why can our voice actually be blocked? There are multiple reasons to that, and where I want to start with is the main overarching component of that, which is that you have to understand that we are not only consciousness, we also have a subconsciousness, and this subconsciousness has a profound effect on us and how we live our lives, what we believe, what we think, how we act, how we feel. And to give you an example how powerful the subconscious mind is, it is depending which literature you're accessing, it's supposed to be from 92 to 96% of who you are and how you're acting in the world, what you're believing, what you're thinking and so on, is actually determined by your subconscious mind, in contrast to then something between 4 and 8% of what you consciously choose. So that means, wow, profound effect on your whole life. And this scheme, you could put it also like on a metaphor of an iceberg. So the iceberg is, having 10%, 10% above the ocean, above the water, and 90% underneath. And the iceberg is not moved by the winds above, but by the deep streams down in the sea. And this is maybe a metaphor picture that gives you an understanding how impactful your subconscious mind is on you. So where does all the stuff in the subconscious mind actually come from? It comes from different sources. One source is actually everything you experienced from the moment of conception throughout pregnancy to the birth until now, and especially in that delicate time between conception, you hanging out in the belly of your mother and then being birthed, and up to 7-8 years is a crucial time, because there we get impregnated easily, because until 7-8 our ego mind hasn't really developed yet fully, and actually everything we're experiencing, no matter if we experience consciously or subconsciously, is actually absorbed by the subconscious mind, and later on it starts to take its own decisions, what is good for you, on what has it experienced in that time frame. And then it develops the ego mind, which is then a protective filter around the subconscious mind. So later on, this deep impregnation is not as easy anymore as it is in that time frame. So to give you a practical example, what could have an impact on your voice in that time is that maybe when you're 3 years old, one of your parents tells you why you are joyfully singing, you have an ugly voice, shut up, you're going on my nerves. What are you doing as a child then is you want to, your goal is to survive. That's your absolute priority. And so you want to, as a child, children try to please the people that make sure that it will survive, who make sure it is surviving. And that means in that case, because one of your parents said that to you, you start to you have a small trauma and you start to block your voice, your free self-expression, and because you want to please them so that they take care of you, because you think it's wrong to joyfully sing along. Your parents just told you, and so you actually stop singing in that moment, and you carried it on until you are adult, or even until you are old. So it's about you finding out about that block through help from the outside, through looking inside of yourself, introspection, and digging that out, healing that, and then actually it will be much easier for you to open your voice again and to sing. Other sources of blocks can be, for example, that in your lineage, with your ancestors, there have been, for example, in your mother's line, many women who weren't allowed to express themselves. For example, for women, it's just a very recent thing that they are allowed to really do what they want. Before, they were usually pushed into the role of being at home, taking care of the family, not even allowed to follow their own really dreams and have their own jobs, their own occupations. And so this can lead over generation to generation to the subconscious belief and accumulated trauma of not being allowed to express yourself and allowing to live your dream. The same can, of course, also count for men who were pushed in specific roles and are still also in society as women are, and that may lead to a blockage around really expressing yourself truly, freely, and to go after what you truly want, which might be in that case, for example, to truly and freely express your unique self through singing. And so you have this block in the background from your lineage, out of this trauma, and this is also something you might want to heal. And another very important factor might be the collective consciousness. So we are plugged into the collective consciousness of humanity, and there's a lot of collective trauma about expressing ourselves, our authentic and true nature, speaking up, making ourselves visible, making ourselves hearable, being caught up in beliefs around, oh my God, what will the others will maybe punish me if I open just my voice like that, what will they think, being afraid of judgments, and so on and so on and so on. So there's a lot to work around. One of the first important steps to open up your voice is actually to open up your voice. It is to actually engage with singing. Take the bold move, the brave step, and do it. You can do it alone, but you can also seek the support of others. So do it in a circle is usually much easier when there's no demand on high professionalism, but you can just be yourself and express your natural voice as it wants to come out. This is very important also to understand that you want to connect to your natural voice and not over-educate yourself. That puts pressure again on yourself and might build in other blockages. So first, connect to your natural voice, what wants to come out of you in the present moment. So there was a short summary. It's a huge field, a huge topic. So if you feel like you want support on your journey, so I have years of experience as an energy healer, and I can specifically work with you on those blocks, remove them, bring you the understandings you need, so you can more freely express your voice and engage much easier and with joy and ease and grace with singing, all types of singing. And singing is just a very joyful practice that brings so much to yourself, to your life, to the people around you. And it's just connecting you to yourself and to a more joyful life. Thanks for listening. If you like this video, please put a like and subscribe to this channel. And I hope to sing with you soon.